Running a little bit behind. Let me say hello to Joyce and Jessica and Linda and Andrea. And how is everyone doing? All right. Whew, I just ran up those stairs and I was just a little bit out of breath. I have my wonderful, and I'm going to see if this works. I've got to kind of set myself up here. Let's see. So I have my wonderful jasmine tea, a project from Puerto Rico that I just grabbed out of my suitcase because I was running around to see what to do today other than put a border on this UFO. And hopefully everyone sees me. I also need tissues because yes, I have something brewing. And then what I need to set up is a ironing station because we're going to have to press. Let's see what I could set up here. I think I could, let's see. Okay, I set up, I just plugged something in. So hopefully that'll work. I'll have to get up and I'm going to have to get my glasses. I'll be right back. Hi, Katie. Hi, Mom. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Joe. A whole bunch of you just came on in. Hello, Norma. How cold is it? It's very, very cold. It's very cold. As a matter of fact, I could take you to a field trip so you can see outside. Let me go get my other glasses, though. As you can see, I am displaced. I'm not in my sewing room. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera around so that you could see. Ready? I'm going to turn it around. So that is what it looks like outside right now. Hi, Linda. Melanie, good morning. So that's what it's looking like outside. This back here is, it was a jelly roll something, mystery jelly roll thing from Fat Quarter Shop that I had done many years ago. So I have that up. And let's see, can we see? So this here, I got information because I know people are going to want to know. Oh, gloomy. It is, and it is cold. It's definitely not the warm weather I'm used to. Let's see, let's put this down more. All right, so this here was Honey's mom's sewing machine. And so I went ahead and I painted the cabinet here. Oh, look at that. I need to put... Yes, I just painted this cabinet not too long ago. So this is a 1952. Actually, it's actually was born on, hi, Jody, was born on March 3rd, 1952. Big difference from last week in PR. Yes, it was. It definitely was. So March 3rd, 1952. The sewing machine was manufactured at Kilbowie Factory in Clydebank, Scotland. Clydebank, Scotland, and it is a Model 15. So that's what we've got going on today. So out of all the ones I've decided I'm going to try to sew on this, you know what? And I'm almost running out of thread, so I need thread. Here we go. I got a spool of thread. Okay, so that's the story on this machine. Yes, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet because I had no idea that this was disrupting my son's sleep. Hi, Billy. Hi, Katie Crafts. Did I say all everybody? Yeah, Joe. Oh, hi, Joe. Um, so I hope this isn't. I'm gonna have to ask him later on. I'll have to text him from work to see if he heard anything. The only person this is disrupting now is my honey, because the bedroom is right downstairs, and so this thing is going to be humming. I cannot. And I'm trying to figure out this setup because I can't read anything. So let's see. We're gonna have to play here a little. Sorry, folks. We're gonna have to play a little. Don't mind my mess there. If that's gonna bother me if you see that. Let's see. Is that better? Maybe. Let's put this back here. I don't need this right here. Okay. So now you see all my project boxes and bags and stuff. Oh my goodness, how embarrassing. Oh well. I think this may be okay because I can actually, let's see, I could read the comments somewhat. Let me bring this over. That's maybe a little bit better. Yeah, well, it's actually, believe it or not, it's organized. It just looks a little messy because the bags make it look messy. That's what really the story is. I have some word teasers. I'll put that over there. This project we'll look at later on. And what I am finishing up is when we were in New York last, and literally I left this unfinished in the middle. You have a good view. We have a good view. Okay. And so we had this quilt. You all recall this quilt is the quilt from Soft Squares. You can get a digital download from that. That was their spring box from not this past year, but the year before. Hi, Deanna. Good morning from Texas. I bet you it's warm. So right now I did put it together, the rows, yesterday, actually, in the afternoon. And I just looked for scrappy pieces, and I have this stuff. It seems to be in a lot of my Christmas quilts. I don't know how I ended up with so much of it, but I'm hoping that we're done with it because I'm sick of seeing this fabric. Honestly, to tell you the truth, it's been around for a while and it's been in a lot of quilts. But and I thought, oh, I'm gonna use this all on this border and I'm never gonna see this fabric again. Well, that is not true because I found another chunk when I was putting away the little bit of scraps that was left. So I did oil this morning. That's partially why I'm late. I had to oil this before I start. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, I did oil it. Ooh, I oiled it all right. Look at that. Here, I'll take this. I oiled it and I forgot to run some stuff. So look, see that? Hi, Lisa. Do you see that? That's an oil line. So I'm gonna have to cut that off. And yeah, we definitely don't want that. I am out of sorts, as you can tell. I had school scissors, so that's what I'm using right now. Okay, so let's put some things aside, like maybe some of these things. These are, whoop, everything. This is a magnetic thing that obviously everything wants to stick to. So let's put that. All right, so we have that. What else can I use? I could use a pair of scissors. Well, we're just going to go with those other scissors. And I need to, we'll put this in the back. And I need to find something to cut that other stuff with. I found some items. We'll put those over here. And we're going to take this because I have an oily mess. So I don't want that in my quilt. So I'm just going to chop a lot of that off. Okay. So here we go. I chopped that off, and then I have to find some fabric that I can kind of run through a couple of times. Let's see, do I have anything? What's this? Nope, that's a Quilt of Valor. I'm sorry. Let's see what this says. Magnet works. It definitely does. Hello, Eva. I see E. Marie. I am out of sorts, like my thing says. I'm displaced. Okay. Maybe batting. Batting would be good. You know what? We'll go with this. We'll go with this. We'll take some Kleenex and run Kleenex through. You know, we just gotta roll with the flow here. Well, oh, I want to hit this on the side. You know what I need? I need one of those things that they make now. They make an adapter for these feet because, you know, it has a little button on it. Wow, I guess I really heavily oiled the sucker, so I'm gonna keep running it. Oh, going back to lurking. Yeah, I'm not too much fun right now, Lisa. I'm trying to get my my bearings back. Here we are. It still looks like a lot of oil. All right, so let's go from here. Let's see what a word teaser is while I do this. What will happen if you draw on your skin? So these are old wives' tale, old wives, like a wife, W-I-V-E-S. What will happen if you draw on your skin with ink pens? What's the wise tale? What do they say? Ah, we're starting to see yellow. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're good. We're gonna run this through. It's a good thing I didn't do that on the quilt itself, and it was just these border pieces. Yes, much better. So this is what it was looking like. I started here, and as you could see, as I was running the machine, it got lighter and lighter until it was clear. I'm an old wife. Hi, Johnny. Almost didn't catch today's live, Dia. You'll get blood poisoning. The pedal adapter works great. That's what I need. I'm going to put that on my wish list because, you know, I got to tell all my family members to go on that wish list. So, yes. So I have that. What else am I got to do? Oh, I've got to put this last. They have one more piece that I have to attach. And let's see. So what else I am an old wife. Yeah, well, I want to say the answer is the old wives' tale is you'll get ink poisoning. But the fact is the ink in most ballpoint pen is non-toxic. Drawing on your skin with an ink pen will not cause ink to be absorbed into your bloodstream. The only way to get ink poisoning is to swallow large amounts of ink. So there you go. There's the things that is the facts, or what they say is the facts. I always say is what they say is the facts because sometimes I don't know. You know what? This could use a leader and ender. Honestly, I could tell you this machine. That medicine has such a that machine has a sweet perk. Yes, it does. Hi, Anita. Okay, ready? Next one. According to this old wives' tale, What do the little white marks on your fingernails mean? What are the little white marks on your fingernails mean? Now, I didn't, remember I said I had a lot of this, but it's all like this in little pieces, and I didn't want my trees to go across, so I found this, and that's going to go on the top and bottom, because that will bother me. I will not like trees going across. So even though I have a lot, it's really not the way I want it to go. So this is a true scrappy quilt because everything I used on here was some sort of scrap. Except for, I shouldn't say that, except for, you'll see like the snowman, that was not a scrap, that was yardage. From my stash though. So for 1952, she's doing pretty good. There we are. I really will have to work on making this a viable station, like clean this up maybe today, later on, and finding my tools, because I'm going to probably be using this for a while. As long as it doesn't disrupt anyone's sleep. My honey will most likely be up and ready to go to work by 7, so he'll just hear the humming. I just can't come up here at 4 o'clock in the morning, and so that's all. Here we are. Now let's see, what do we have? OMG, machinery like mine. Yes, leader ender. Yes, I need to do that. So a list. I got to do leader enders. I got to clean up this, make this more functional. And then I think I have this spare sewing room on the way. And there you see my 1970s cabinet, original with the house over there. Okay, so it says here, according to the old wives' tale, what do the little white marks on your fingernails mean? They say, how many lives you should, how many lies you have told. What? I never heard of that. How many lies you have told. Okay, but the fact is, here's the fact. The fact is those little white marks have nothing to do with lies. They're more likely have to do with a nutritional deficiency, a lack of certain minerals in your body, such as zinc or calcium. Yeah, I've got lines. Yeah, probably that may, I think that's true. I know that some people say you could tell illnesses from your fingernails. I don't know how true that is, but I've heard that. Hi, Myra. How are you? You come up as Crafty Rats. Thank you for letting me know. And 1930 Singer 99 looks nearly identical. I have a 99. I was thinking about pulling that out and sewing with that. And we may be sewing with different vintage machines over the winter here. Oh, this is the first time I'm sewing with this cabinet since I painted it. And you know what? I don't like it. It's not gliding. I use chalk paint because I love the look. But it does not gliding. It's not gliding as I like it to glide. Okay. Let's see. Normally this slides. I might have to do something to get this to glide a little better. Before it was a varnished top. Let's see. Oh, I love that machine. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Regina. Let's see. I'm attending a class all week given by Elizabeth Chappell. So I will miss lives this week except for early and late ones. But I will be back with you as soon as I'm able. I'm going to sew while watching. That sounds great. That sounds like fun. Let's see. Hi, Deb. Good morning. Congratulations on your 500. I hope Zaza hit too 500. I don't know. I didn't check this morning, but I did post. So if you are on here and you don't know who Zaza the Inappropriate Quilter is, and you know what, Deb could use more supporters on her page as well, you know, subscribers, go over there. I'm so excited for you. You're getting ready for school, Leanna. My nails have a unique ridge pattern due to psoriatic arthritis. One factor of, see, that's what I thought. Silicon matte. Okay, I'm back. You're here. Yes, I am. So it's interesting. Look at that. So just doing something so simple as refinishing your top is giving a funky thing. I have to ask Anna if she has that problem, because that's where I got this idea from. I loved what she did with her sewing when she redid it. Now the one that my honey did where he spray painted pink spray paint, that doesn't do this. So it must be something with the chalk. Maybe I could put wax on it. There is like a finish you could put, a wax finish on it. I wonder if that would help, because this is, it's like grippy. It's like gripping the, nothing is gliding. I have a gliding mat, and maybe I could put it on this here. Let's see. And you know what? I have something in Puerto Rico I wish I had right now to use. I might have to get my mom to mail it to me. But right now, it's definitely not liking this. Ideas. I'm going to have to look and see what I could put on chalk paint to make it a little bit more glidey. I'm happy to add subscriber to recommended channels. Well, thank you, Mama J. I mean, we have a lot of channels here. Mama J's a channel. Myra's a channel. She needs links. Joe is a channel. Sewing on the Bluff is a channel. Hi, Teresa. Joe's Creative Wanderings. Yes, there's a lot of channels on here. K Money Quilting. Who else do we have on here? Speak now. I will get used to this. I'm just not used to my setup yet, but I will. I'll sew more here and then I'll get used to it. Because I had no problems prior to finishing this. This used to glide just fine. So I guess I didn't know it was looks before function. I would have never done this if I knew that I was going to have problems with fabric. All right, let's see. I may have to switch out my tables. I may have to put this table over there and bring back my 301, because I have a 301 until I figure out this gliding situation. There we are. This is rough. This is rough, my dear quilters. Maybe I could stick a varnish over this. I gotta do something, because I won't ever want to sew on this machine if I don't fix this. Moderators can add links. Hi, Chris. Good morning. Oh, Myra's not a channel. She hasn't posted in 10 years. If it were me, I would put some peel and stick flooring on the top. That's just me. What a great idea. Yes, they have that at the Dollar Tree. I've seen it. Why aren't they clickable blue? Taking screenshots as a guide. Polyurethane, yes. But I do have, where did I put it? So there's two things I need to do. One is definitely get one of those adapters. I'm going to put that on my wish list. Let's see. I thought I actually did have some peel and stick here. Yes, look. I bought some of this from the Dollar Tree many years ago. I bet you I could put this on here. And then that would make it all glide. So we're going to go from, let's see. I'm going to cut this. Why does something smell like it's burning? It's not that. No. I don't like the way that light smells. Well, let's not have a fire. I don't know why. Okay. So I have this. I wonder if that would help. Right? That would work. I think that would work. And it kind of looks pretty with it. It looks a little unexpected, like you would unexpectedly see that. So here we go. We are going to, because I can't sew like that. That's crazy. Let's do this. And I just refinished this cabinet. It's the first time I'm sewing with it. But they still work when you click on them and then you click and go to channel. That works for me. So I have a YouTube in my business name, yet to launch. Well, when you launch it, you let us know. Raise your machine out and what? Raise my machine out and tuck it in the hole around the machine, and then it puts the, yes. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to do that on the outside too, so it glides, so it doesn't like try to, let's see. Inquiring minds want to know it's called magic cover. So, let's see. I guess I was not joking when I said I'm out of sorts on here. Okay. So this is it just enough? It is absolutely just enough. It just makes it. Okay, so we can pull this up. This will be fun. And then this will go like that. I think I'd have to do it in one piece. I think I'd actually have to take the machine out. So we're not going to do that right now. But I'll play with this tonight and pull, actually I'm going to pull the machine completely out. Put this down, and it's just one sheet, looks like this. And it actually fits the entire way. Look at that. And then it's going to look intentional. Even if I put it around the sides, I think it'll give it like a little detail. It'll look intentional. Okay, so we've got a fix, just not for right now. All right. Let me go grab my gliding mat in the other room. Bye, honey. Love you. All right, honey left, and I can't find the other gliding mat. The gliding mat I thought I could use goes too far. So we're just gonna muddle right through this because I apologize. Let's see. What do we, you don't know, worry. Cyberspace is far from perfect. It surely is. I used some of that Dollar Tree sticky paper, put it on, and the very next day it curled. Oh. If you take the machine out and lay, that's what I'm thinking about doing. That's exactly what I'm thinking about doing. That's why I have to take it completely out. I would double check to make sure that your fabric glides on it before you stick it down. Good point. Very good point. Well, we're just gonna muddle through this. I don't know what happened to my other gliding mat. I remember the old place that the gliding mat was, but then I cleaned before I left. And so I have no idea what I did with it because it's not in the old spot. I probably put it in somewhere very safe. So safe, I can't find it. Because, you know, that's how I roll. It's just how I roll. I'm sure we all do that, right? Put things in safe places so that the next time we need them. But I went right to the spot it was. I get annoyed at myself because I do that all the time. All the time. I put things in safe places. And maybe next year I'll find it when I'm not looking for it. Yeah. So I'm going to just fight with this for a little bit. We'll be okay. And let me take my shoe off because my shoe does not like this pedal. You know, the other thing I could do is I could make a vinyl tablecloth for this. Remember back in the days when everybody covered their furniture in plastic? I could get some of that probably at Walmart. You know, they used to sell it on the roll next to like the tablecloth on the roll. I don't know if that's still a thing. I'm envisioning it. I just don't know if it's still a thing. But maybe some plastic vinyl on here. Make a little curtain for it. It'll get there. Let's see. There, you're not the LOL. I cleaned my sewing room and reorganized my pile of fabric and projects and buried my rotary cutter. It took me days to find it, but I did. Oh, good. My mom always covered her crochet table with tablecloths in plastic. There you go. That's what I need to do. I need to wrap everything in plastic. I just actually recently went to someone's house where they had plastic on their furniture in Puerto Rico. And I remember when I was looking for houses in Puerto Rico, I walked into this one house and everything was wrapped in plastic, like the original 1950 furniture was still there and it was wrapped in plastic. And the lady had me chuckling too because she says, and the furniture is going to come with the house and it's in perfect condition because it's never been out of the plastic. I didn't laugh at her face, but I laughed. I go, honey, that is too funny. I was like, she's right. But the plastic was yellow. I would need new plastic covers, or I could just take off the covers, I guess. So that, yes, but covering your stuff in plastic is still big over there in some homes. And you know, Johnny. You know it's hot in Puerto Rico. So you know when you're sitting on there, because I remember as a child, my grandmother had everything in plastic. And I remember as a child, especially in the summer, wearing shorts and sitting on the couch. And then when you had to get off that couch, it was like ripping off a Band-Aid. Oh, I hate those plastics that you exactly. Oh, and it hurt. It would hurt trying to get off of them. Oh, yes. So when I just recently toured a house, which was beautiful, but they had plastic on the furniture. Oh, man. Needless to say, I did not sit on that furniture. Let's see exactly. Hi, Raven. Good morning. So who here grew up with plastic on their furniture? Like my parents didn't have plastic on their furniture, but you know, I was at my grandma's house quite a bit, my abuela's house. So who here lived, either had it, and no judgment, that, because if you have it now, there's no judgment, you do you, but who here has lived with plastic furniture? I'm sure you all have stories about that too. My second in-laws had plastic on the seats of their Mercedes-Benz for 25 years. Wow. We did while we lived in Boston, never in Puerto Rico. Johnny, are you, no, you're in Puerto Rico, right? Or are you in Boston? I don't remember. I'm in both of those places. So next time, but I feel like you moved to the South. Another solution is to glide would be polyurethane spray paint. It would take a day or two to dry though. Me at my maternal grandma's house. No, currently in New Jersey. Oh, in New Jersey, Johnny. I'm in New Jersey often. Maybe we could meet up one day. I go by New Brunswick. What else is around there a lot? The Jersey Shore area. I go a lot to the Jersey Shore area. New Brunswick. What other towns are there over there? Somerville, Sayetville. I think I go to Tom's River because there's a couple stores. I go there. It's akin to poverty piecing when you can't afford pre-cuts. What is? Wait, I missed something. Road trip. Leanna, my mother grew up in Albany, New York. Oh, really? That's not too far. Sayreville. Yes, East Brunswick. Joydy's got it. That's a Jersey girl. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. Because I don't know what I'm talking about. She knows what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, I'm planning a trip there soon. Very soon. Okay, so we have this. We have this going. Now, you see, I put down those, oh, here they are. And, you know, Krampus gave me new scissors, and I went ahead and took them with me to Puerto Rico. I have scissors here somewhere. I just got to find them. Okay, so we have the two sides on. And now we just need to put the top and bottom on here. See, that, I just wouldn't like it if it was on the quilt like that. That would bother me. So that's why we didn't. Edison, Seaside Heights, Point Pleasant, South River. Yes, all those. That's bada bing, bada bing. That's exactly it. A year in 1980. Even we had these through plastic dresses in the 1960s and 70s. Well, you know what is funny is that plastic that you buy on a roll, I sewed, believe it or not, costumes for an off-Broadway show. They needed last-minute help, and I'm sure I've said this to you before. Where is, oh, here it is. And it was a futuristic show, and I had to make futuristic costumes that they designed. I just sewed them. I didn't create them. They designed them. And so it was pleather, a lot of pleather and clear vinyl to make very futuristic costumes. So I should ask my son. I don't remember what the show was called because he was in it. I guess they were running behind for opening and they needed help. Nothing difficult. I don't do clothing, you know that, but I do, you know, if they tell me hem this, hem that, and a lot of the stuff is stuff that was found like at thrift stores, and then we just kind of revamp it. And it just has to look good on stage. It doesn't, you know, you don't, looking at it up close is not pretty, but up on the stage it looks fantastic. Let's see. Leanna, my eldest brother went to Cornell, and a great uncle something was Willis Cartier, the creator and founder of Cartier in New York. Oh, wow. I must have missed something because it says ew, and something must have happened, and I missed some of it. Old wives' tale. Where's an old? Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Okay, here's an old wives' tale. If you see a shooting star, what should you say 3 times fast to guarantee you'll receive some money? I haven't heard of these wives' tales, but there you go. Maybe some of you have. I haven't. I just chopped up my 1980s leather pants, size 8. I'm now 2 times the width. Gimme. They were talking about, oh, plastic clothes. Yes, it was very futuristic. It was futuristic human beings, and I don't remember what year it was. Maybe 30. You know how we're in 2023. Maybe it was like 30 something. In the year 3000s. I don't know why they think that if it's futuristic, just add some pleather and vinyl, and there you go. You got futuristic clothes. But I feel that's a thing. I feel like even in old time movies, the old time sci-fi movies, back in the 50s, in that time they did that too. They just, add some pleather, add some plastic. There you go, futuristic. Like we're all going to be running around with see-through clothes. Well, maybe. Nobody wants to see this in see-through clothing, that's for sure. Oh, this is... I was going to make something new from the leather. Well, why not? But plastic see-through purses are a thing too. Yes, the backpacks. There are school districts that only allow the pleather the vinyl backpacks where you could see. My niece has to have that, a see-through. Even as a kindergartner, a see-through backpack. Those high schools, see-through backpack. I feel bad for those girls because, not for nothing, but, right? Teenage girls walk around with Midol, okay? And I'm sure they don't want that being blasted and shown through their backpack. So I understand why. I understand the security. I do. I just feel bad because I would be embarrassed thinking back of things that a teenage girl would have in her backpack that maybe she wants to be kept a little secret. There we go. He invented, Carrier, like Carrier air conditioning. Okay, now I get you. I like you are comfortable with yourself in PJs. Yes, exactly. A box of flashing in your pack while you try to slink down the hallway. Exactly. Like because I said to her, as a kindergartner, okay, I don't get it, but she says she said that's just how it is in their school district. And I was just thinking, as a teenage girl, there are things that We just don't want to have flashing. It's not, you know, everybody doesn't need to know when Aunt Flo visited, okay? So there we go. That's it. And that's all she wrote. I ran out of bobbin, maybe. Is bobbin or just the top? I think the top. Yep. Okay, so we're out of top thread. And I did say that I had, haha, it's here. Let's see, I'm back. Exactly what I was thinking, Joe. Good morning, Muriel. Welcome back. Is this Borders for a Christmas quilt? Yes. My first job in the late 70s was a sales girl in a big department store. This is Marlene. We were required to have transparent bags to carry into the store. The girls carry a small zipper pouch with personal items. This is what Sarah says. Good morning. It's because a couple of years ago, 6-year-olds, yeah. I know why they do. I mean, I understand. I understand. I just, oh, this is the thing that I don't, I see, I understand. I forgot how, I think I've got this. Let's see, nope. What did I do here? This goes here. Does this go like this? I should have never let that run through because it's been a while since I've done this. So this goes here and this goes down. No. That's not it. This is where I get lost because this one is very different. This goes, and why is this so loose? This goes down. No, somehow this gets clicked. I know this gets clicked somehow. I will get this. Let's see. This goes up. I think that's it. It's this little part here that gets a little. I may have to, something doesn't look right. Let's see if it sews. And if it doesn't, then we'll just talk a little. And then this, I do have a delay this morning. I do have a delay from school because we got like an ice mixture. So there's a glaze of ice on the road right now. Let's see. No, that's not right. There we go. I think that's right. My glasses. Let's see what you're all saying because you probably could. Change is often, thank goodness. Let's see. It's heartbreaking and sad. Change is often good, but sometimes it's not. On the tension disc the tension discs are at the side. Yeah, back here. Honestly, when it happens at your school, the kids want clear backpacks. Mine did. Yes, I know. Tilt the thread to make the spring go up. Yeah, I have the spring is going up now. Lift the thread to make the spring. Sarah, you had a school incident. I mean, I think unfortunately, there's probably a lot more incidents than we know about. Yep, it works. You know, Kleenex is a good thing. it just takes care of everything. It's a good leader and ender for when you're in a pinch. And here we are. Let's see. Maybe schools could have a place where girls can go to get personal hygiene supplies if needed. I think you can get things at the nurses station. Yes. Um, yeah, I think in New York State, it's required even in elementary schools that you have supplies. And remember those things where you used to have vending machines in the bathroom? You're no longer able to be, at least here, you're not allowed to charge for them. Remember in the schools, you could charge, like they would be in the girls' bathroom. Now you could have the vending machines, but you can't ask for money. They need to be provided. And at work too. So our work bathrooms, they're all fully stocked at work. I don't need that stuff anymore, but if you did, it's there. I guess the good thing for parents is if you have a clear backpack and you've got a teenage girl or boy or whatever, they can't kind of smuggle other clothes, because then the parent would see it in the backpack and say, why is that crop top in there? You're not taking that to school with you. Because there'd be those girls that would leave the house looking like they were appropriately dressed, and then somehow at school they lose a whole lot of clothes. Don't the bathrooms in school have vending machines for? Yes, but you just can't charge for them. Oh my God, it was horrible. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Where do you live again? Wait, you said Texas, right? I cannot believe how much this chalk paint is like a grip. Really. Oxford, MI, Michigan? We've had some scares at our school. We've had lockdowns and lock-ins, and we had a crazy person who had an incident in town at my other school, and he fled on foot, and we were actually surrounded by police, and we had to lock in because they didn't know where he was and they were looking for him. I remember the 6th and 7th grade, a girl started her period in class and everyone was laughing. Oh, I remember the machine was always broken and the items were free. I thought someone had broken the machine, but now it makes sense. Yeah, now when you go to like the restroom, those machines have other things in them. Because you never know what you might want to do in the bathroom while you're there. Just saying. Oh, I didn't cut enough of this. All right, I have another piece. I can't finish this right yet because, look, I'm short. Totally miscalculated that. But that's okay. I'll cut another piece tonight. So here we are. Let's unveil this. My mom was overseas in that period of time, so my dad had to deal with it. My dad had to deal with it too, because he was the one at home. He was a doctor too, so it wasn't like. So here we have the top and the sides, and this is what it looks like. So if you do like this, you can go over to Soft Squares. I don't remember what it is. Maybe I'll find the info and link it below. I'll find the info and link it below. I don't want to bother Lynn right now. She's got enough on her plate. So this is it. So again, this pattern came from her mystery quilt Soft Squares. I do have how to put this together step by step. There is a video on it. Every week I made a video on how to put everything together, so you can go there and you can follow along with me. But this is one that I made in using Christmas scraps, and that's it. I actually love it. I think it really, I loved how it turned out. All different, so you can see all the whites are different. Even the, it's just, oh, it was all purely scraps. What? Tickle rings were in, what in the world is that? I have no idea what that, I grew up, I did too. I don't know what you're talking about either. Hi, Prepper Eternity Homestead Jennifer, right? Is that Jennifer? I don't, it's been a minute. I'm going to have to relearn everyone's names. Oops. And Rita. Hi, Rita. That looks great. I have no idea. So I lived under the rock with you because I have no idea either. Let's clean up the chit chat. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what it is. So in my defense, I have no idea what she's talking about. Okay, here we go. And we don't need I don't need a lesson right this second. Sorry, Sarah, if we scared you out. Sometimes I walk into these things and I don't know what I'm walking into. So here we go. If you see a shooting star, what should you say 3 times fast to guarantee you'll soon receive some money? The answer is money, money, money. The fact is, no truth to this old wives' tale. You could say money 10 times fast and it still won't guarantee you'll receive any. There you go. So there's that. And we're just going to move on past. And here we are. So where am I? So we can keep this clean. Don't need anybody feeling uncomfortable. Let's see. Okay. See this? So what I did is I went live in Puerto Rico and I was ironing. We left off with me ironing crumbs. And when I ironed the crumbs, I went ahead and started with a 4.5-inch square. Now, I wrote all this down and I left all the information. I left all the information there. So I'm going to have to remeasure everything. So I started with a 4.5-inch center, right? That looks like a 4.5-inch center. And I cut a bunch of centers. Then I went and cut all my black scraps. You can see, I don't know, can you see? Oh, it's all different color black. So it's like a black on black tone, regular black. And you know, some solid blacks are different from other solid blacks when you buy them from different companies like Kona and Confetti Cotton and all that. So it's just a mixture of anything that I had that was a black tone on tone or solid. Those are 1.5 inches. So then I cut 1.5 inch pieces, and of course, this was 1.5 inches by 4.5 on both sides. And then I did the top and bottom. And then I also put crumbs. These crumbs are 2.5. All right, 2.5. So I have all these, and I cut them 2.5 by I don't even know. Here we go. These are 2.5. Here we go. So let's see. That is a 4.5 inch, 4.5 inch. And then this here, this black piece here was 7.5 inches. So this is 1.5 inches by 7.5. And then I'm going to put these sides on here. And these sides measure, I bet you, 7.5. Yep, 7.5. And I just took crumbs and I just cut them 2.5 by 7.5. And there's some of these were from strip piecing. And then these, I believe, were 11.5. It's coming back to me now. Yep, these were 11.5 by 2.5. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take, so this is where I left off. I left off this project. As you can see, I did hardly any sewing. I mostly ironed and cut. So this I haven't put the top and bottom yet. This one has the top and bottom. So this whole stack has all the different centers and the top and bottom. Adding machine tape is usually 2 inches. Welcome in. Oh, okay. I'm new to this channel. Welcome. Sabrina Sews? Is that Sabrina? Sabrina Sews. There is also a 4-inch long adding. Great. Sabrina Sews, welcome. So we are right now just kind of making stuff up as we go. Here I have a 4.5 inch center, and now I'm going to put these sides on. I'm not going to worry of what it looks like. It would be helpful if I put some thread on here, because clearly my thread just went out. All right. And here we go. So I'm just going to put these on the side. So my thought is, you know what, I'm going to use this for right now. And that's good. I did that because I had me going backwards. There we are. So if you go back, Sabrina, to the beginning, this is not my normal setup. And I'm finding out different things, like I just redid this cabinet using beautiful chalk paint. I had spent all this time, I did them all in chalk paint. I did this one too, yeah. Didn't know that it doesn't help my fabric glide. It doesn't glide very well. So, learned a lesson. And now I just came back from Puerto Rico, and I am working on a crummy kind of project that I just I've seen it before, like, you know, in passing, but there's no pattern for this. I kind of just went ahead and figured out what kind of scraps I had and went from there. And I am sewing on a vintage hold on, ready? On a vintage 1952 Model 15 that was manufactured in Scotland. Okay, I'm missing some. All right, I'm moving stuff around. I gotta see. I don't know why YouTube changed on me. They should give a girl notice or something. Oh, everything has changed. Good morning, Pat. Hold on, let me. I'm going back. Leanna, you have given me a great idea as I made 8 15 blocks with the sawtooth star. Now try to figure out adding more sashing and crumb sashing would work perfectly between all the blocks. That sounds wonderful. Do you hate that your name doesn't show up? You could change that. Katie, the Greenland quilter, I actually shared her post on how you can change it so that you can see your name again. Yeah, it's a pain. Welcome back. Hi, Anna. No school today. No, we have school. It's just, I don't even know what time. It's 8:40. So we would normally have school right now, but I have a 2-hour delay. So Anna, I am using this machine, right? This table that I redid with the beautiful chalk paint. Nothing is gliding. It's like, it makes my, look at this. It makes my fabric does not want to move. It is gripping on it like a, I don't know, like kung fu grip is on this thing. It doesn't glide. So I've got to figure out something. I'm struggling. I was wondering if you had that problem with your machine. It's like it's got a kung fu grip on it. It looks beautiful, but now I got to figure out what to do to make it not do this. Because look, it doesn't want to move. It just doesn't want to move. I wish they could make a clear version of that for our rulers. That would be cool. Paint our rulers with that. Clear like, that would be great. Let's see. Delay due to road ice. Yes. Remember that next time you want another design, we'll just paint a wall with chalk paint. Oh no, I haven't tried my table yet. Maybe some kind of clear coat. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, I have contact paper. We all came up with the idea of contact paper. Where is it? So I had a roll, and maybe today I'll figure out how to put it in here on this. But yes, I was totally taken off guard. So just know we have beautiful tables, but nothing wants to glide on it. I was wondering if the wax would help. Let's see. Pat, thank you for the beautiful pot holders. Yes, I showed them yesterday. Yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday I had a live. Oh, I definitely need one of those adapters for this foot. Maybe clear, shiny, yes. For later. Yeah, I found some for later. We'll see. I mean, it glides here, it just doesn't glide here. So I can't move the fabric to feed it in. And I put my gliding mat in a safe place. Couldn't tell you where that safe place is now. Uh-oh. What's going on? Come on. I'm not sure what is going on. Okay, let's take this. A lot of unique. Ah, there it goes. Oh, I just ran out of bobbin. Oh, I wonder if I run out of bobbin here. Let's see. Nope, that actually made it. Okay, so we've run out of bobbin here. And so now I have to make new bobbin. Let's see. And Now, I did oil my machine before I started because it had been housed. So here we are. Yep, this needs a new bobbin. Let me take this off. Let's see. I think the hot tub is calling my name today. Well, anything hot would be calling my name today. I think we all have things in nice safe places. Yeah, we do. All the time. Oh, I need some of this. This is my jasmine tea. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna actually undo all this, and we are going to make a bobbin. And I'll move all this. So over here, there's an engage, like a little wheel inside the wheel, and you disengage it towards you. It releases it. And then I have a little wheel here, and just pull that up. And I'm going to come in here. I put the thread, oops, well, as best as I could, I put the thread there. And then I'm going to put this over. I feel like these weren't the original ones. Let's see. So I take that and put it in one of these holes out. There it goes. And in here. Now, it's been a while since I did this, so I hope this is right. Let's see. And then this gets pressed down to engage it, I believe. Let's see what happens. Oops. Nothing happens. Why is nothing happening? Well, that's not going up and down. Let's see. Maybe I wonder if I have the wrong rubber on the wheel. So this goes down here. This should move. It should move. I'm not saying it is not moving. So my guess is it may have the wrong rubber. Let's see. So these wheels, they have these rubber gaskets. You see these? And sometimes they come in different sizes. Let me see. So they make ones for Singer, right? And then they make ones, see this? There's this size, and then there's this size. And all these three gaskets are different, okay? So let's see, I think where my glider mat you can have it if I find it. Did you get a snowstorm there? We always have something going on here. Poopy pies, I have a 99 that I have to rewire from the old Chicago connections. Let's see. Needs electrical fixing. Yeah. Okay. So I had this one on. This one is smaller. I'm going to put the bigger, fatter one on. This is what I use on my 301. I didn't think that the 30 this went. I have to look it up, but let's see. Let's put the big fatter one on. Okay, let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I have to figure it out. No, why is this not working? I'm not sure what the heck is going on here. Nope. All right, folks, I think this is it for this machine until I could figure out how to, it's not this one. It's too big. And this one is too thin. I had this one. Pretty sure I bought the one for a 15. Pretty sure I did. I'm just not sure why it's not going around the wheel. It should go around the wheel. It definitely should go around the wheel. Let me see something. It doesn't want to. It definitely doesn't want to go around that wheel. All right. It's a YouTube event. I've got to figure it out. 503 is a machine model. Which brand? The top was touching the hand wheel. Duh. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird groaning noise in my machine. Well, my machine was doing fine. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't even know if I ever ran a bobbin in this machine, to tell you the truth. I'm going to put a little oil on this little spot here that I did not oil earlier to see if that's it. Let's see. No, it's definitely, see, this shouldn't even move. There it goes. That doesn't move. And this is all the way down, but it doesn't want to, I don't know. All right. I got to go figure this out. I'm going to look up on some things, maybe order some things. Do you live every day or have certain times? I would like to follow your channel. Well, please subscribe. That's first thing. I try to do it daily. I have not been consistent because of the holidays. I have lots of videos uploaded. You can see all kinds of adventures that has nothing to do with quilting. When I go on vacation or a adventure, I like to give you the same experience that I have. Make sure your notifications are turned on. So I try to do most every morning, but I will say I've been erratic. I will email you. Okay. Thank you. No problem. Thank you for coming in and sharing with us. And look at this. I have 47 people on here. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here and being with me and just seeing my hot mess. I mean, you know what? On a modern machine for the vintage ones. Well, you know what? I may have to do that too. I may have to do that too if I can't figure this out. But with that said, everyone, please take care of yourself. You're so important to everyone in this world. And please pass it forward. And if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. And if you wouldn't mind on the way out giving me the thumbs up, I would also appreciate it. Also, please go to my Advent box day 25 opening, because there is a giveaway in there and I will be calling that soon. So everyone take care and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.